you're getting sacked in the morning. That's what Brentford fans were singing to Arne Slot on Saturday, and honestly, after what he said about our club, I'm not even sorry for him. All right, listen up. I'm Rodrigo, and you're watching Newcastle Mania, the channel made by a supporter for supporters who are absolutely mad about Newcastle United. You blinked, and Newcastle became headline news everywhere. But here's the thing, mate, the biggest story? That's coming at the end. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. But first, just a quick word. If you love Newcastle and want to stay on top of everything happening at our club, smash that subscribe button right now. It costs you nothing, helps us massively, and makes all the difference to our black and white community. Let's grow this thing together, yeah? Right then, let's get into it. So, picture this. It's Saturday afternoon. Brentford have just beaten Liverpool 3-1. Their fourth straight Premier League defeat. Absolute shambles. And the home fans? They're singing, "You're getting sacked in the morning," at Arne Slot. Now, normally, I'd feel a bit bad for any manager going through that. But not this time. Not after what Slot said about us. About Newcastle United. About our football club. And you know what the most beautiful part is? Liverpool are now just 3 points ahead of us. 3 points. Despite us winning only one of our first 6 league games. Let that sink in, lads. This isn't just karma. This is proper karma. Right, let's rewind a bit. After Liverpool signed Alexander Isak from us in the summer, controversial move, no preseason, all that drama, Slot was asked about managing Isak's fitness. And this is what he said. It also depends on what he did when he didn't train with the team, what the impact is if you go to a new club as a big signing. So you cannot compare maybe a player who hasn't trained or played in preseason as smaller club than if you go to Liverpool. A smaller club. Did you catch that? A smaller club than Liverpool. He's talking about Newcastle United, a club with one of the most passionate fan bases in world football. A club backed by one of the wealthiest ownership groups on the planet. A club that's been in the Champions League more recently than, oh wait, we were there last season. Smaller club? Behave yourself, Arne. Now anyhow, absolute class act, as always, was asked about Slot's comments at his pre-match press conference. And you know what he said? "I don't think it is wise for me to get involved in those discussions. Alex is no longer at this football club. It is best to stay away from it." When asked if he felt the need to defend the size of Newcastle United, House simply said, "I don't feel I have to do that." Chef's kiss, said he. Absolute chef's kiss. He didn't need to defend us. Because Newcastle United speaks for itself. Our history speaks for itself. Our fans speak for themselves. And honestly, our results are starting to speak louder than any words ever could. Howe took the high road. He always does. But let me tell you something, the rest of us, we don't have to be quite so diplomatic. So fast forward to Saturday. Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. For consecutive Premier League defeats for the Reds. 4. When was the last time that happened under Klopp? Oh wait, it didn't. And there's Arne Slot, stood on the touchline at the GTEC Community Stadium, watching his big club get absolutely battered by Brentford. No disrespect to Brentford, brilliant performance, but Liverpool should not be losing 4 league games in a row. Then come the chants, "You're getting sacked in the morning." Now, will Slot actually get sacked? Probably not. He won the Premier League last season, he's got credit in the bank. But the fact that Brentford fans felt confident enough to sing that? After everything he said about Newcastle being a smaller club? Mate, you absolutely love to see it. Let's talk about Alexander Isak for a second. Because this is where it gets interesting. Isak moved to Liverpool without a preseason. That's not ideal for any player, let alone one adapting to a new system, new teammates, new everything. Liverpool have been managing his minutes carefully, and fair play to them for that. But here's the thing, Isak hasn't hit the heights he reached at Newcastle yet. Not even close. And now, he's picked up an injury during their Champions League match against Eintracht Frankfurt. He missed the Brentfall defeat completely. So Slot's trying to justify Isak's slow start by saying, well, he came from a smaller club, so the pressure's different at Liverpool. Really, Arne? Is that why he's struggling? Or is it because he left a team where he was absolutely adored, playing his best football, scoring goals for fun, and joined a side that's now in free fall? I'm not saying Isak made the wrong move. That's his career, his choice. But don't sit there and blame Newcastle for why he's not firing yet. That's weak, mate. Right, here's where things get really tasty. Sit back for this one. Newcastle United, the smaller club, remember that phrase, are currently just 3 points behind Liverpool in the Premier League table. 3 points. And here's the absolute madness of it all. We've only won one of our first 6 league games this season. 1. We had what everyone was calling a disaster start. The Doom merchants were out in full force saying, "Here we go again, Newcastle bottling it, can't handle the pressure." Let me say that again for the people in the back who still don't get it. We had a nightmare start to season, 1 win in 6, and we're still breathing down Liverpool's neck. Actually, we're not even breathing down their neck anymore. We're practically standing on their toes. And this week showed exactly what Newcastle United are made of. Tuesday night, Benfica at St. James Park. European football under the lights. The atmosphere was absolutely electric. The lads delivered. We won. We showed Europe that we're not just happy to be back in the Champions League. We're here to make noise, to compete, to win. Then Saturday, Fulham at home. 3-0, absolutely battered them. Could have been 5 or 6 on another day. Dominant from start to finish. Bruno Guimaraes running the show in midfield like he owns the place, because let's be honest, he basically does. Gordon causing havoc down the wing. Isaac, oh wait, he's not with us anymore, is he? But we're still scoring goals. Still winning matches. Still moving forward. Eddie Howe's got this team purring again, lads. You can feel the momentum building. It's like watching a sleeping giant wake up, stretch its arms, and remember just how powerful it actually is. Meanwhile, Liverpool? For consecutive Premier League defeats. 4. Let that sink in properly. When Jurgen Klopp was there, Liverpool were a machine. Now, they're falling apart faster than a cheap IKEA bookshelf. Isaac's injured. The fans are turning on Slot, literally singing, "You're getting sacked in the morning," at their own manager through proxy. The confidence is gone. The swagger's disappeared. Everything that made Liverpool dangerous last season has just evaporated. And you know what the maddest thing about all this is? The thing that absolutely does my head in with how brilliant it is? We're doing this without the kind of investment everyone thought we'd make. When the Saudi ownership came in, everyone said we'd just throw money at the problem. Oh, Newcastle will just buy their way to success. Oil money this, financial doping that. All the usual nonsense from people who don't actually understand how football works anymore. But what did we do? Smart recruitment. Sensible signings. Players who actually want to be here, who understand what this club means. We didn't go out and spend £100 million on some flashy name who doesn't fit the system. We built a team. A proper, cohesive, hard-working team. Brilliant coaching from Eddie Howe. A manager who gets what Newcastle United is about, who respects the fans, who's building something sustainable and special. Not looking for quick fixes. Building foundations that'll last. And then there's our home ground. St. James Park. Mate, if you've been to a match this season, you know what I'm talking about. The atmosphere is back. That roar when the teams walk out. That intimidation factor that makes even the biggest clubs nervous when they see St. James Park on the fixture list. It's an absolute fortress again. Teams are genuinely scared to come here. And they should be. Liverpool can have their Anfield. Arsenal can have their Emirates. City can have their Etihad with the atmosphere of a library. Give me St. James Park any day of the week. Give me 52,000 Geordies who live and breathe every single kick of the ball. That's our advantage. That's our weapon. And Arne Slot's about to find out just how powerful that weapon is. The rest of the Premier League better take notice, lads. Because Newcastle United aren't just back. We're here to stay. And we're coming for everything. Look, I'm not sat here trying to tell you that Newcastle are suddenly bigger than Liverpool as a football club. They've got the history, the European Cups, the league titles, the Shankly legacy. All that. Fair enough. Respect where it's due. But here's what I am saying, and I want every single person watching this to hear me clearly. Don't you ever disrespect Newcastle United again. We've been through absolute hell and back. The Mike Ashley years didn't just hurt us, they nearly killed us. We were a laughing stock, a meme, a punchline. Sports Direct Arena for crying out loud. Can you imagine? A football club with one of the most passionate fan bases in world football. A city that lives and breathes this team. A stadium that should be a cathedral of English football. And we were being run into the ground by a man who saw us as nothing more than free advertising for his tad empire. We had managers who didn't care. Players who didn't want to be here. Owners who treated us with contempt. We were relegated. Twice in recent memory. Twice. Clubs with our size, our support, our history, they don't come back from that easily. But we did. Because that's what Newcastle United does. We survive. We fight. We never ever give up. Softer, more hopeful. The fans kept coming. Week after week, year after year. Even when it hurt. Even when it felt hopeless. 52,000 people turning up to watch championship football because this club is more than just a team. It's an identity. It's family. It's everything. And now, we're back where we belong. Competing at the top level. Challenging for Champions League spots year after year. Making Europe our playground again. Beating teams they're supposed to be bigger than us. We've got owners who actually care about the club. We've got a manager who understands what Newcastle means to this city. We've got players who want to wear that black and white shirt, who celebrate goals like they mean something, who fight for every single ball like their lives depend on it. Arne Slot sat there in his press conference and called us a smaller club. He probably didn't even think twice about it. Just another throwaway line. Standard football manager speak. Eddie Howe, class personified, didn't even dignify it with a proper response. Because he doesn't need to defend Newcastle United. We defend ourselves. Our results defend us. Our fans defend us. And now, Liverpool are in crisis. For straight defeats. Confidence shot. Manager under pressure. Fans turning. Everything crumbling. While we're on the up. Winning matches. Building momentum. Getting stronger every single week. That's not luck, lads. That's not coincidence. That's not a fluke. That's Newcastle United proving, once again, for anyone who forgot, that we are a massive football club. One of the biggest in England. One of the biggest in Europe when we're at our best. We've got a fan base that never stops believing, even when belief seems impossible. We've got a history that includes winning league titles, FA Cups, and producing some of the greatest players and moments English football has ever seen. We've been knocked down more times than I can count. But we keep getting back up. Every single time. And that's what makes Newcastle United special. That's what Arne Slot doesn't understand. That's what half the Premier League doesn't understand. You can call us a smaller club. You can disrespect us. You can write us off. But we'll prove you wrong. Every single time. So yeah, Arne, how's that smaller club looking now, mate? Listen, lads, and I mean this with every fiber of my being, this is just the beginning of something special. We're 3 points behind Liverpool. 3 points. Despite our nightmare start. Despite all the doubters. Despite being called a smaller club by managers who should know better. We've got Eddie Howe, one of the best managers in English football right now, no debate. We've got St James Park, the most intimidating ground in the country when it's bouncing. And we've got you, the best fans in the country backing us every single week, home and away, through thick and thin. Liverpool are in trouble. Real trouble. And you know what? I'm not even sorry about it. Not after what Slot said. Not after the disrespect. Meanwhile, we're just getting started. This season's going to be special. I can feel it. The momentum's building. The belief's back. And when Newcastle United start believing in themselves again. When St James Park is rocking and the team's firing on all cylinders. We're unstoppable. If you enjoyed this video, and let's be honest, how could you not? Make sure you're subscribed to Newcastle Mania. We're building something special here, just like the team. Hit that like button, smash the notification bell, and drop a comment right now telling me what you think about Slot's comments. I want to hear from every single one of you. Do you think he regrets calling us a smaller club now? Do you think Liverpool are in real crisis? And most importantly, how far can we go this season? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. This is your community, as much as it's mine. I'm Rodrigo, this is Newcastle Mania, and I'll leave you with this. We're not a smaller club, Arne. We're Newcastle United, and we're coming for everyone. Away the lads. Toon Army, subscribe for daily and UFC content.